Man, what an intro. Whoever edited that must be super cool and really good at the game. Anyways, unless you absolutely hate video games, you probably have heard or even played a game titled Mario Kart in your lifetime. There are many entries into the series now, but this is Mario Kart 64 for the Nintendo 64. Released in 1997 in North America, this is the second installment into the Mario Kart franchise and the first to be in a fully 3D world. There is a total of 16 tracks in the game, with all of them being split into 4 cups for you to race in. My favorite being the Mushroom Cup, because that one's got Moo Moo Farm, which would later return as Moo Moo Meadows in later titles. A classic track, if you ask me. First, you choose the speed you wish to play at. As usual, you'd probably want to do 100cc until you get used to each track's layout. It's pretty much medium difficulty. Then pick one of 8 classic Mario Universe characters, each with their own weight class that affects their steering and acceleration, and then, well, you're off to the races.
Here I
go! If that quick intro to the gameplay sounded simple, well, the game is. As almost with every Mario game, it is extremely easy to get into and play, but difficult to master. If you want to get good at this game to crush your buddies in couch co-op, you'll have to know the tracks like the back of your hand and must become a god at drifting, just like the other games. This was the first Mario Kart title to include earning a boost from drifting. See that trail of ease coming from my cart? That means I'm drifting. But if you flick your thumbstick the other direction mid-drift and at the right time, it'll change color to yellow, then flick again and it'll change to orange. And once you come out of the drift, you'll receive a short boost to your speed. You'll know you've done it right when your character says something. Honestly, I still don't fully understand it even after watching a YouTube tutorial on the subject. Drifting really takes some practice to master, and while some people may like the addition of skill in their Mario Kart, but I don't. These games are meant to be party games that everyone can enjoy, kids and adults alike. So the drifting in later games is what I much prefer. You don't need to flick your thumbstick in those, just stay in a drift for a long time and get a boost. That's how it should be. The skill-based drifting is honestly the only real huge problem I have with the game. There is one more issue I'll get into in a bit, but everything else is pretty par for the course for a Mario Kart entry. You pick your favorite Mario character, go to various locations, and attempt to get all the gold cups to unlock the special cup that has everyone's favorite Rainbow Road. And I do think this is the best iteration of Rainbow Road, although I don't remember there being chain chomps in the middle of it. That kind of threw me off. Sure, there are problems with the game. Some maps are better than others, like Yoshi's Valley and Bowser's Castle are absolute dog shit when compared to Moo Moo Farm and Rainbow Road, but hey, this is the series' first attempt at fully 3D tracks, so give it a break.
Yahoo!
Even if a couple of the maps are horrible, one thing that is not across the board is the music. When people show their favorite Nintendo 64 tracks from games like Ocarina of Time or Super Mario 64, one music track from Mario Kart 64 is usually not too far off. And it kind of pisses me off that Yoshi's Valley and Moo Moo Meadows share the same track, but whatever. To pair with the music, the game's presentation is one you can expect from pretty much any Nintendo game from this generation. Bright and cheerful from the characters to the landscapes, everything is meant to just pop with color. And if you got the hardware like an RGB modded console like I do, the colors will not disappoint. Hopefully soon I'll be getting a CRT TV to also add to the game's presentation, but that'll come later I suppose. I gotta make room first. I want to get a 32-inch one, so go big or go home, fellas. One of the other issues I was alluding to earlier is that, you know how you can get a boost when the race countdown begins? Yeah, well, it's here, but it really depends on which character you chose and where you are at the starting line. With every character having a different weight characteristic, if you're playing one of the heavy characters like Bowser or Donkey Kong, you can easily push out of the way or even crush the lighter characters on the raceway. This goes for the starting line too. Like here, I am playing as Toad and I get the beginning boost, but due to one heavy motherfucker being in front of me, I stopped dead in my tracks. Or here in this clip, where Peach and her dump truck of an ass caused me to lose the race. That boy Mario sure got his work cut out for him, let me tell you. Other than drifting and some character weight problems, this plays like all the other Mario Karts. Complete with the first introductions of the Blue Shell and Golden Mushroom, MK64 is the complete package. And although Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo is the first title in the franchise, I do feel that Mario Kart 64 is where the series got its true start, as I think all the entries stem from the blueprint that this game pioneered. This game looks good and sounds fantastic with its music. Mario Kart 64 is the Mario Kart formula stripped down to its basics with no weird and of-its-time gimmicks like motion controls or gravity-altering vehicles, although the latter one is pretty cool. So if you want the true experience, dust off your Nintendo 64 and play the game that set the standard for the franchise and its competitors with Mario Kart 64. And invite some of your old buddies over too, cause this game was meant to be played with friends. Although my friends would just want to play Perfect Dark or GoldenEye probably, complete with a 3 frames a second experience. You know how it goes.